What's up, y'all? Today I am at EcoVate 3D, and I have to sneak into their back room because I heard they have a 3D printer that I've been wanting to test out for a while now. So let's go. Let's go. Getting close. Guys, we made it into the NDA zone. Don't tell anyone. I'm excited to be able to play around with this 3D printer today because this could be revolutionary for home 3D printing, especially at an affordable price. This is a Snapmaker U1. If you haven't heard about it, I'm gonna link all the information down in the description below. Today, we get a little bit of early access to check out the printer, see what it's like, and see if it would be a good addition to your 3D printing lineup. Now, just so you guys know, I do not get this thing when we're done. I put my deposit down. I'm going to plan on backing it on Kickstarter, but really today will be the deciding factor as to whether or not I decide to go through with my backing or not. So without further ado, let's go ahead, let's slice up a model and see what we can get this thing to do. To give this printer something to compare to, I've brought my mushroom turtle from Cinderwing 3D here today that I printed on my K2 Plus. This took roughly 12 hours to print on my K2 Plus, and so I'm excited to slice this model up and see how long it's going to take on the Snapmaker. So we've loaded up our model here. It's the same one that we printed on the K2 Max. And you remember that one took 12 hours to print. So we're gonna slice this one up and see what their slicer is telling us it will take. And we see here that it's going to take just over 5 hours. And we'll have to compare it to how much filament we used with the K2 Plus, but this is going to be significantly less since we don't have to purge it after every layer swap. Go ahead and hit print, and we're gonna see what it does. So this is very similar to other slicers that you've seen before. We're gonna make sure that we are set up with the correct filament slots here, and you can see that we've applied the settings that we need to apply. And we are going to send it off. And you know what? We're gonna time-lapse it just so that we have some footage of it. Also figured this would be a great time to try out my new CookieCAD. What is this? This is a blue Ombre Elixir. And so I'm excited to try this one out. We're gonna put this as the mushroom. And so I'm gonna go ahead, unload the filament, load this filament in, and kind of give you an idea of what the filament swapping is like. And so right here, we have selected to unload the red, and you can see it kind of moving around. We see the red is loaded. I don't know if y'all can see it in there. The red is loaded, and we're just gonna kind of let it do its thing as it unloads this filament. And you can see how it went and picked up a tool head. Now this is the tool head for the blue filament, so I'll be curious to see what it's choosing to do here, but it was really quick. You could say it was a little snappy. Do you get it? Okay, so it picked up the right tool head, the one with the red, loaded into it. Now I'm assuming, because we hear the fans, it is heating up the nozzle to be able to extrude a little bit and then push the red filament out. We're gonna see how easy it is to load in this filament. So we're gonna go stab it, I'm gonna open it up, and then I'll show you guys the process of loading. And it took the filament right from me, and it loaded it up. So now I'm assuming I'm going to get to define what filament this is, and since this is CookieCAD and it doesn't have the NFC kind of set up, we are going to select generic, PLA, and save. And we'll make it blue since it's blue. Okay, now we're ready to get this thing going. We'll say it took a decent amount of time to do all of that work, but if the estimated time for printing is right, we will still save about 7 hours total on this print. So it is more than worth it in my books. I'm gonna cut to some footage of the thing actually printing, and I'll see you guys back at the studio. I am back, and we have both of our turtles, and I also want to apologize. I'm not sure how the audio quality was when I was filming at the store. I'm still getting used to this whole filming on the go thing, and so y'all forgive me. I'm going to do my absolute best to make it sound amazing, but I know what y'all really want to see is the difference between these two turtles, and I'm going to cut to some footage of me showing off these two turtles, but they honestly both came out incredible. One thing I will say about the U1's turtle is that there was significantly more stringing with this model. Lots more stringing. It could have been for a variety of factors. My room here where I printed the K2 Plus turtle is temperature controlled. There's very low humidity. The filament was brand new. As compared to this one, there could have been a variety of factors as to why it came out stringy. The room was pretty wet. It was like 50% humidity almost, and so that might make, you know, some stringing more possible, but other than the stringing, it came out incredible. And if I'm going to be honest, if we're looking at these two models side by side, truthfully, I don't think that the K2 Plus looks like it is significantly better than the model that took only 5 hours on the U1. Now, you guys know that we do a lot of HueForge work here in my studio, and the Snapmaker U1 is not going to speed up your HueForge process all that much, only because we are doing 4 layer swaps typically, or 4 filament swaps typically, on any given HueForge model, which means that your machine is only going to have to switch filaments about 4 times when you are printing a HueForge. But, to be honest, if it's 3 minutes a filament swap and you have to do that 4 times, that's 10 to 12 minutes. I mean, it will add up if you're printing nonstop and you're running a farm, you're printing bookmarks over the course of days and months and years. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 120 minutes start to really add up. So you have to take that into account. Plus, my K2 Plus uses 900 watts of power while it's printing, compared to the U1, which uses about 110 to 130, very similar to the Bamboo Lab X1C. So did I pre-order one? Yes. I got to test the machine out. I enjoyed the results that it gave me, and so I placed my money in that unit. I trust Snapmaker. They have been around for a really long time. They were kind of the OG for a lot of 3D printing stuff, and so I trust them with my money. I don't think we are going to get scammed, and so I'm gonna back it. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm just like you guys. We don't have tons of money to play with, and so when I do decide to back something, or when I do decide to purchase something, I'm giving it my trust, hoping that it will pay out. As a reminder, the unit that you saw in today's video was a beta unit. It was a test unit. These are early designs and early models of this printer, and Kickstarter is never guaranteed. You're not buying something when you put your credit card info into Kickstarter. Kickstarter is very clear about that. You're not promised any of the rewards. But I trust Snapmaker to make good on their promise. I actually, at the time of me filming this video right now, I think we are like 6,000% over what they needed to raise. And so they are killing it with the Kickstarter campaign. I'm excited to see where it goes. And when we get my unit in, I'll take a deeper look at it. We'll do a more in-depth review. As a reminder, this was not a review. This was just a random guy on the internet getting to look at a really cool 3D printer. You should go watch everyone else's first take with the printer as well. I'm going to link a couple down in the description below. And I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know down in the comments, are you going to back this project? Are you picking one up? Or are you going to wait until they hit store shelves later? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked videos like this, let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, y'all, take care.